gon' land up in your face, man.
So you ready to just go straight into it, or you want to get some practice rounds first?
No, freestyle.
Serial killer, I do it better, the thriller. I'm Michael Jackson on the floor, moonwalking. Who talking? I'm in the booth with my tooth loose, cause you know I spit the truth whenever I'm...
When I was in 6th or 7th grade, I seen Michael Jackson dancing on TV, and I don't know, I just liked his charisma and his style and his confidence on the stage, and like the fans and like the lights and like the whole thing. I just was like amazed by it, and his dancing, of course, and the music and all that. So I loved it, and so once I seen that, I actually taught myself to moonwalk and like dance like Michael Jackson. So what I would do is I would like dance through the hallways in between classes. Like I would like moonwalk and spin through people. Then I heard Usher, Yeah, which was like a combination of like Michael Jackson and hip hop, because he was doing like the spin thing in the video, and he was still singing, he was still dancing, and that kind of transitioned me into hip hop when I heard Usher, Yeah. And then I started listening to T-Pain and Akon and 50 Cent, and all that type of music was hot at that time. I heard I Make It Rain, the remix with Lil Wayne, and somebody told me like, yo, Lil Wayne killed it. And I didn't really know Lil Wayne like that, and I heard the verse and I didn't really like it because his voice was kind of annoying to me. And then he was like, bro, listen, he's like killing it, and like I respected this guy a lot. So I listened to it again, and I'm like, yeah, he's kind of killing it. And then he started showing me more and more Lil Wayne songs. And then there was like this one song that got me, and it's called Where the Cash At? I think it's Where the Cash At. It might be Where the Crack At. I don't know. But like that song, I really like that song. It's like, work on the kitchen table, where the cash at, where the bags, I don't know, I don't remember. But anyways, I really liked that, and he had like a lot of metaphors, and so the metaphors is what really got me, because it was like, it was so fun listening to, because he would drop something every day and you're like excited to see what he says next, because every line was so unexpected and so clever and so witty. So when I heard it, it just like, I was like, damn, like the entire time. And he would just drop fire every single day, and he didn't write, which is why I think I started doing it now, because I've always wanted to be like that, and now I actually got to the level of talent where I can kind of be like that. I don't think I'm as good as Lil Wayne when it comes to the metaphors off of freestyle yet, but that's what I aspire to be, like that.
Let's get to dancing, and I'll shine like the lantern. You touch me, your hand burn. I tried to teach them.
I started writing a whole bunch of metaphors in my notebook, like in class, and I pretended like I was freestyling. I would go in the hallway and I would be like, yo, let's freestyle. And I would like pretend. I'd be like, and I had the bars memorized, and I would like pretend that I'm freestyling, and everyone would go crazy. And like once I got that response, I was like, dang, I can actually rap or whatever. And then after I graduated high school, my friend Jared Mosley, he rapped as well, and Drake came out. So when Drake came out, which Drake actually came out under Lil Wayne, so that's why I even knew about Lil Wayne. I mean, that's why I even knew about Drake, because of Lil Wayne. And so Drake came out, but when he would rap, he would kind of be the same as Lil Wayne with the metaphors and the style, but he wasn't from the hood. He didn't kill people. He didn't sell drugs, and he didn't have tattoos. And I was like, dang, like that's like me. I can do the same thing. And he's like rolling with Lil Wayne, and he's rapping, and he sounds good, and like Drake actually ended up being better than Wayne after a while, because Wayne fell off. So that gave me even more inspiration and motivation to rap. So Drake and Wayne are my biggest inspirations in the beginning to rap.
Running with the flow across the street now. Oh yeah, I'm crazy, I be seen now. Got the street style. With the go to the wee wild.
I started rapping like Drake because that was my favorite artist, and like I said, I felt like I could relate to him the most out of all the rappers. So I started rapping like him, and then I put out my first mixtape that was like all dirty. No, it wasn't all dirty, but like it wasn't clean. Then I put out another tape that sounded more like Drake again. Third tape sounded more like Drake. Fourth tape was like Muslim Drake. And now this next one is like more me, because I'm being more myself. I'm like opening up with the freestyles and stuff. And I wouldn't say that I was like trying to be exactly like him, but like subconsciously that's who I listened to. That's who I wanted to rap like.
I was trying to die with the gulliman. kick it all day with the other one. Rain in Medina doing nothing.
Bear Witness is kind of like in the past for me now. We don't really push it or like really talk about it. People still like songs from it and I still perform it. But Bear Witness was an experience because it was like 2 months right before school started. It was last year in the summer, and I just wanted to get, like, it was me coming back into the rap game after a long time where I had quit music and I had lost my entire following and my fans, and everyone just thought I was just like a masjid boy who just lived in the masjid and like does nothing else. So like I kind of had to prove myself. That's what I'm saying, like, to the community, like that first time, because I hadn't been out yet. This is how it works. Like, if you don't have people behind you, people won't like you. You have to have something behind you, and then people will catch on. For example, this is actually funny. So like, if I tweet something and nobody retweets it from my team, it'll end up getting like 8 likes. But if I tweet it, and the second I tweet it, 3 of the people from my team retweet it, that same tweet will get like 85 likes. So if people are just sheep, they'll just follow something like, oh, it got 3 likes in like whatever much time. So then they'll start liking it. So that's how and I knew that. I knew that when I first started out. I was like, okay, these people aren't supporting me. They think I'm just some random kid trying to rap. So like I had to like prove myself in the beginning. So I made an album in 2 months, and I think it's like amazing. I actually forgot how good it was. Alhamdulillah, I think it's amazing. So like I listened to it in the car the other day, and I was like, why didn't I blow up off of this? Like I was kind of like mad. I was like, they didn't support me like when I made this, and now they're supporting me now just because of whatever. I got a couple shows or whatever, and like a better following. So I don't know, it's kind of aggravating at times, but then I get over it.
6:52, that's the time. What I do, I just rhyme when I spit this.
If I want to make a good song, the best format for me as an artist would be that I decide what kind of mood I'm in or what I want to talk about. Then I go and find a beat either from a producer or off of YouTube or whatever, SoundCloud. And once I find the beat that matches my mood, then I see if the beat is good enough for my flow, and if like my flow naturally fits on the song, because I don't like to force my flow onto a song. I did that in the past, but now I'm moving away from that too. I want all my beats to like mesh with me, like the beat was made for me. And so once the beat matches the mood, then what I want to do is I want to have like some loud speakers, like where I can like fully hear the beat, and I want to concentrate and rap out loud to the beat, freestyle out loud to the beat. And once I say a couple lines that I like, then I want to record that either on my phone so I know exactly how I said it. And once I have all the recordings and I have enough bars, or if I've freestyled the song completely, then I'll go and lay down that same freestyle, those same freestyle bars onto the song. So it's kind of like a combination of freestyling and writing. I don't know why, but like my writing, I feel like there's some people who can write with their style. Like they know how to write with their style. I don't know how to write with my style. When I write, to be honest, it sounds more like Drake. But when I freestyle, it sounds more like me. So I'd rather sound like me.
I just got a year left in school, you should wait for me. And my dad got houses, real estate for me. And I got them shows, and you know they always pay for me.
In the beginning, I was very like, oh, I have to like mention Islam in every line. Like every line has to be Islamic. Like no line can be like even seem like I'm saying something else or whatever. But now, basically, I don't try to focus on that. I just try to focus on what I feel and what I want to say. And if I'm freestyling and I say something that's wrong, I'm like, no, I'm gonna take that out. I'm gonna put something else there. So now I just be myself and try not to cross the line. I don't try to focus too much on trying to be Islamic or Muslim, like say some Muslim thing. Like I don't try to do that. I just try to be myself, and since I am Muslim, it's gonna show through my words regardless. I'm just becoming more like myself, and like more I don't know, like it's just like the littlest things like in the songs, like it just like parts of me comes out, and like I love it. Like I'm not even trying to do it, it just comes out, and I'm like, yeah, we're keeping that. Like, cause it's not planned. It's like in Toronto, girl, I'm just like drinking chai, dunking cookies inside. It was tasting so nice. Like, there's no way I would have wrote that, because like, why would I write that? But like, I said it because like, I was like, dang, those cookies were nice, and like, I was really drinking chai. And like,
I don't write nothing. This is a real freestyle. I'm styling. But
I want to be a legend. Like, I want to be one of the greats or the greatest. I want to be the greatest rapper ever. While being Muslim, while being clean, while being myself, and that's as far as rap is concerned and music is concerned. I actually also want to be a singer, so I want to be an artist. I want to be like one of the greatest artists.
Trumpman, call us terrorists. I'm just trying to live a dream, baby, I'm American. Bullets dipped in pig blood, hell no, we ain't scared of it. All wear a badge that says I'm Muslim cause I cherish it. Trumpman, I can see that they was up to something. You just want the refugees about the country. Trumpman, yeah, you make that stupid face. Trumpman, yeah, you ain't gonna win the race. That $1 million that your daddy gave you was a waste.
I feel like people who make it and they don't know their purpose in life, or they don't know why they're here, or they don't have guidelines, they can easily lose themselves, and they don't know what they're doing. Like, they're just like floating around. So I'm actually very blessed that I'm Muslim at the same time, so I can still come with that edge, and I can still rap, and I can still make it, inshallah. But I'm gonna have the guidelines. Like, I'm not gonna have to worry about like strippers and hookers and drug dealers and like that type of stuff, because I'm not going to be dealing with it. I'm not going to have to worry about taking too many pills or getting too high or being hungover or any of those things, because I'm not going to do those things, which is what usually messes those people up. Is it's either drugs, it's either like some girl, or it's some guy, or whatever it is. So they lose themselves.
Man, I'm so shiny. You gon' need your rain bands, man. I've been grinding. You gon' need 8 bands just to get me to the show. And I got one in Malaysia, and I got one in Detroit and Chicago. Had one in Toronto, did it pronto.
To build a community, you have to just go as hard as possible at whatever you do, and get people around you who actually want to help you and who have the same interests as you, and become organized and pay attention to the response of the people when you put stuff out. Pay attention to what works and what doesn't work. Pay attention to timing, when you're gonna release projects. And yeah, it took me a while to know like what I need to do. I feel like I'm being very open in this interview, but so like once I started getting my following, I noticed that it was basically, my target audience is basically Desi Muslim girls. So like, that's just what it is. So I knew I had to run with that, you know? Like, I had to run, and I had to target most of my stuff towards that, especially in the beginning, to get that following.
I don't care where you're from or the color of your skin. They wanna divide us, so you gonna let them win. History repeating and it's happening again, but we praying for the world unifying to the end.